Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us and welcome to Exploring Identity through Curatorial Practices, Gráfica Latina. My name is Tatiana Gómez. I'm a Colombian graphic designer and educator. I'm an assistant professor of communication design at the Massachusetts College of Art and Design.
And I'm José Menéndez, a Puerto Rican graphic designer and educator with a background in marine affairs and landscape architecture. I'm an assistant professor of graphic design and architecture at the College of Art, Media, and Design at Northeastern University. As Latin American designers and educators, we recognize that there is a need for further research and understanding of the diversity of Latin American graphic design histories and their contextual backgrounds, which are commonly addressed as a monolithic culture. Gráfica Latina started as a grad school research project while I was at the Rhode Island School of Design between 2014 and 2017. Got a travel grant to Cuba and Puerto Rico to study posters and the graphic representation of the two countries' distinct relationship with the United States. Since that moment, I started collecting posters and thinking about ways to share them and their stories with students, colleagues, and the community at large.
That's why I joined forces with Jose in 2021 as we decided to launch the digital archive. Gráfica Latina was born as a response to the need of having an accessible platform that showcases work by Latin American graphic designers and provides the social, economic, and political context in which these posters were or still are created. The online directory highlights designers and visual artists, historical movements captured in print, and a growing list of contemporary Latin American and Latinx designers. We have entries on design history, highlighting the work of Cuban and Puerto Rican designers in this first phase. The collection is curated to represent the diversity of printing techniques, vernacular languages, methods of representation, including illustration, typography, calligraphy, lettering, and color, and also messaging ranging from cultural to political and environmental. In addition to these entries on the website, we share materials through Gráfica Latina's Instagram account, where we showcase posters and the stories behind them.
As we work on this initiative, we're excited to be able to join the larger conversation in graphic design through the following channels. The Incomplete Latinx Stories of Diseño Gráfico lecture series facilitated by Polymote student Ramon Tejada, the RISD Alumni Association podcast Pulling on the Thread, as part of the programming of the show Strike Through at the Letterform Archive, and as part of the 2023 Hispanic Heritage Month Boston Globe Magazine edition. In the summer of 2023, the Digital Archive took also the form of a mobile exhibition. We decided that we wanted to take the posters out of the flat files and exhibit them for people to enjoy them. We curated the first Gráfica Latina show that we named the poster El Cartel, featuring posters from Cuba, Puerto Rico, and Colombia. We framed, installed, and designed a series of printed materials. The exhibition had over 100 visitors the first night, and the energy and conversations were so exciting that we decided to keep it up for a couple of weeks and work on programming. This effort led us to connect with the Colombian print collective La Linterna, which we were featuring on the show. They were thrilled to learn about Gráfica Latina and the idea of connecting with the local Latin American and Latinx community. The programming consisted on the design and letterpress printing of a collaborative poster, a paste-up workshop at the Steelyard, a local arts organization based in Providence, followed by the screen of a documentary about La Linterna at Teatro Ecas, a local Latin American theater also based in Providence, which led to a panel discussion and a poster sale. This experience made us realize the impact and the need of showcasing this work, not just within the graphic design community, but beyond these traditional spaces in order to reach a wider community.
And with this in mind, we curated and installed a new show at the Fine Arts Work Center in Provincetown in Cape Cod earlier this year. The show took place during one of their Fridays events where they aimed to showcase visual and written work coming from diverse backgrounds with the local communities. We were excited to travel with the collection to a space that has traditionally been a reference of visual arts in the Northeast and is currently working on diversifying their programming. In contrast with the Fine Arts Work Center, the following show took place at the Rhode Island College School of Social Work, where we were invited to design a semi-permanent installation at their atrium to celebrate Black History Month. For the opening, we created a pop-up show. We gave a presentation on Afro-Latin American posters and their context, and designed a printout that commemorated the event. And lastly, to share the collection with a wider community of visual artists and printmakers, we were invited to curate a show for the 2024 Printmaking Conference by the Southern Graphics Council International that took place in Providence last spring. The show was up for the duration of the conference and had more than 200 local and global visitors.
We're currently digitizing and archiving more than 140 posters. We continue to expand the archive and continue to find new spaces to show the collection. And organizing the biggest show of Gráfica Latina so far, which will take place at the Waterfly Art Center in Providence from February through March 2025. We're very interested in continuing to highlight and promote the rich and diverse visual culture of Latin America within the design community and the lay public, while connecting with the Latina and Latinx communities, for them to see what design looks like, what it looks like where they come from, and connect between their roots through graphic form. We want to thank the institutions, organizations, and partners that have and continue to support this project. Thank you for your time, and stay tuned.